meters in a time of 52.92, a new high school national record. Back to back to back to back state champions. NET Sports, Nebraska's home for championship sports, is live from Morrison Stadium in Omaha, Nebraska for the 2016 NSAA Girls State Soccer Championships. And tonight, the Class B title on the line as Omaha Skutt Catholic takes on the Gretna Dragons. And hello again, everyone. I'm Larry Putney along with Baron McCrary. Great to have you with us as we get set for a night of state soccer championships right here on NET. These two teams certainly familiar with each other. They're familiar with the entire state when it comes to soccer. They've been here between the two teams 9 consecutive years. Should be a good one tonight. And these two teams have seen each other already this year.
They have. I believe we're going to have a very evenly matched game tonight. Each of these teams took a game in the regular season. I believe both coaches are going to come in with a very strong game plan.
Should be a good one tonight. It's number 1 versus number 2. It's been that way almost all year long. Gretna taking on Omaha Skutt when we come back at Morrison Stadium in Omaha.
No matter how you look at it, animal agriculture helps Nebraska's economy. The livestock industry provides increased tax revenues for schools and community services. Livestock enterprises also create jobs while contributing to existing businesses such as local banks and grocery stores. A thriving livestock industry helps maintain our current way of life, but also provides opportunities for the next generation of farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Checkoff helps to raise awareness of the importance of animal agriculture to Nebraska.
I had 29 students in my class.
We've been together since kindergarten.
High school, 4 years of growing up.
Growing together. Senior year.
I am done with school.
I'm invincible.
They don't understand me.
Forget about it. Let's have fun.
I had 29 students in my class.
Programming on NET television is made possible in part by U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank knows the importance of giving back. That's why we're committed to support charitable, educational, and service organizations in communities across Nebraska and the nation. Last year, U.S. Bank employees provided more than 3,000 hours of community service in Nebraska, and we're dedicated to continuing that support. U.S. Bank, serving you in Nebraska. Member FDIC.
We buy smartphones. We buy clothes. We buy game consoles and TVs, tickets to movies, concerts, and sporting events. It's kind of funny. We buy all these things to make us happy, when really all we need is each other. A place where we can all connect and get away for a while. Wouldn't that be nice?
For the latest NSAA Soccer Championship updates, connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. Make sure to like NET Sports and Big Red Wrap-Up and join the conversation. Welcome back here to Morrison Stadium in Omaha. I'm Thor Tripp for the Class B Championship game. We talked about it in the intro. The top 2 teams in this division, 34-3 between them. And talked to head coach John Carlson of the Skutt Skyhawks before the game. He said that their 3-0 win over Gretna earlier this season is really what propelled his team to think they could win this championship game. Of course, just about a week and a half ago, Gretna knocked off Skutt to even the matchup at 1 apiece. And just to get an idea of how even these two teams are, let's take a look at the numbers here. You see the goals that these teams have scored per game, about the same, and similar numbers in terms of games against as well in terms of goals. So these two teams are going to be in a close one here tonight. It's time for player introductions. And for that, let's go to our public address announcer, Ray Quinn.
And now for the introductions of the players and coaches, beginning with the visiting Skyhawks from Omaha Skutt Catholic. Number 0, Abby Wendt. Number 00, Chloe Behrens. Number 1, Jacqueline Adams. Number 2, Maddie McKeever. Number 3, Jess Schlottman. Number 4, Emma Slattery. Number 5, Lizzie Nieneman. Number 6, Kaylin Keegan. Number 7, Mac Moody. Number 8, Sarah Dunker. Number 9, Helen Mertz. Number 10, Gabby Timmermeyer. Number 11, Clara Hassenstadt. Number 12, Megan Swain. Number 14, Lauren Mertz. Number 15, Jamie Jackson. Number 16, Emily Parada. Number 17, Bryn Whitaker. Number 18, Danny Walsh. Number 19, Jordan Walsh. And number 21, Lizzie O'Brien. The Skyhawks are coached by head coach John Carlson, assisted by Dan Carlson, Rachel Twist, Tawny Mann, Stacy Bartles, and Shelby Schlottman. And now for the home team, the Gretna Dragons. Number 0, Lindsey Johnson. Number 1, Praise Bothwell. Number 2, Morgan Daffer. Number 3, Kelly Hawkins. Number 4, Jenna Zeleny. Number 5, Brooke Brabant. Number 6, Sarah Karloff. Number 7, Claire Fagey. Number 8, Grace Sullivan. Number 9, Corinne Christensen. Number 10, Ashlyn Ware. Number 11, Annie Sullivan. Number 12, Laura Heath. Number 13, Nicole Martindale. Number 14, Emily Downey. Number 15, Laurel Reinecke. Number 16, Zelly Stoltenberg. Number 17, Jaden Lindley. Number 18, Marissa Ellingson. Number 19, Morgan McLaughlin. Number 21, Abigail Furley. And number 22, Faith Ross. The Dragons are coached by head coach Digger Hawkins, assisted by Joe Ralph, Alicia Ellison Peter, Michael Eade, and Angela Benson. Your officials for tonight's game are referee Brent Wilson. He's assisted by David Hughes, Michael Bear, and the fourth official, Todd Messinger. At this time, we ask you to please rise, remove your cover for the singing of our national anthem. Tonight's anthem will be sung by Miss Emma Finder, a senior from Lincoln Pius X High School.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that
Ready for soccer here at Morrison Stadium in Omaha? Well, it is May. It is Omaha, so the weather can be a bit unpredictable. A couple of years ago, I think it was 100 degrees plus here in this game.
That's what I heard.
We don't have 100 degrees tonight. In fact, it says 56. It feels more like about 45 with that slight breeze at about 7 miles per hour, 80% humidity. We've had, as you know, certainly showers throughout the Omaha area throughout the day, on and off, but the field in terrific condition, obviously, with the field turf that they play on here at Morrison Stadium. So ready to go here between the Skutt Skyhawks and the Gretna Dragons for a state championship. There is the head coach of the Gretna Dragons, Digger Hawkins, in his first season. 17-1 is their record, ranked number 2 in the state. He's been around a long time, certainly a club coach in the area for many years, has a terrific resume. We'll talk more about that as we get into the game, but 17-1, the Dragons coming in. There's a look at the Dragons getting ready for this Class B state championship game. They're coming off a win in the semifinals over number 3 Elkhorn South. The Skutt Skyhawks, coached by John Carlson. 15-2 on the year. They had a win over Mercy in the quarterfinals, then in the semifinals, the win over Gross Catholic. They've had the easier road here into this championship game with 4-2 and 3-0 wins. And the goalies tonight, first for the Skutt Skyhawks. It is Chloe Behrens. And for the Gretna Dragons, Lindsey Johnson. State championship on the line. It's been a terrific spring of soccer here in Nebraska. Some terrific weather, some threatening weather. Have canceled a few games, but for the most part, some terrific weather for soccer throughout the year. And two teams who've been ranked 1 and 2 all year long, the Dragons and the Skyhawks. You've got an opportunity to see both of these teams play. Very well coached teams. You would expect that here in a state championship game.
Yeah, absolutely. Both of these teams are coming with very experienced coaches. Even though Digger's only been in high school season for just this first year, he's very well versed in women's soccer, and I expect both coaches are going to bring a great game plan and have some strategy tonight.
Underway here in the Class B Girls State Championship. We talked about these two teams having played a couple of times already this year. Skutt looking to control.
Yeah, you know, that first game that they played, it was a 3-0 win for Skutt. And it'll be interesting. That was at UNO. Kicks for the Cure was the cause. And nice wide field, just like we have here at Creighton tonight.
Yeah. It's been a good year for Lindsey Johnson. 88 saves, just 5 goals against on the season.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that's an impressive stat for any goalkeeper in any season. Only 5 goals against.
Good touches here to move it up the pitch.
So you can see Gretna there trying to get that wide play involved. Weren't successful there, but I think we'll see some more of that success later. You know, the thing about the goalkeeper stat, a lot of times that defense, a team defense, really plays into that. So you got to give them credit as well.
Right. Skutt now with it. Looking for the crossing, not there.
We're seeing some of these early game jitters. You know, we haven't seen too many connected passes yet, but I think we'll find more of that as the game goes on.
Some of these players here at Morrison Stadium, a bit of a different environment, certainly a wider pitch than what Gretna's used to at home.
Oh, absolutely. You know, the regulations for a full-size field can really vary. So you get some of those very narrow fields like Gretna's home field, and then you see a beautiful field like this, and this is about at the max.
Opportunity here, taken in, the shot tipped away at the last second. Nice job defensively back there by Jenna Zeleny, the senior, getting a foot on it to redirect. Sally Stoltenberg there as well.
Yeah, that was a nice look at goal. The defender did a great job getting back into good position to block that. And that's what I mean, where the goalie has only 5 goals against is because of that great defensive play.
So here's Maddie McKeever with the corner.
Here's a chance.
Tipped away there. Jaden Lindley there to knock it away. Shot on goal, header through, and goal for the Skyhawks. Brent Whitaker with the goal for Skutt. Here's one more look.
So Gretna just lost track of their marks there on that corner kick. It's an easy mistake to make, but one that pays.
So just 2:57 in, and already the Skyhawks on the board. Gretna won the first time between these two teams, 3-0. The question was that the barometer, or was it the last time they played when Gretna came up the victors in 2 overtimes, 1 zip? And early on here.
Well, I'll tell you what, Maddie McKeever took that corner kick and then took the next cross and assisted that goal. She scored 2 of the goals in that 3-0 win the first time they played. She's a free kick specialist is what Coach Carlson told me. And her ball, her play in there was fantastic.
Got a good windy one here tonight, too.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if that wind picks up and plays a factor. Right now, Skutt's going against the wind, but didn't affect them on that first goal. You can see how Skutt definitely likes to use that width and stretch the defense out.
Jordan Walsh with the crosser, got another chance. And the pass by Walsh. Heineman fires it in. Johnson has it. Skutt on top here, 1 zip early. That goal coming just 2 minutes, 57 seconds into the contest.
Gretna seems a little unbalanced right now on their defensive line. They really need to look to tighten it up a little bit when Skutt is attacking them.
John Carlson of the Skyhawks, head coach, said, "We are going to pressure them at every touch. Doesn't matter if it's up, mid, or back, we're going to be pressured."
Well, you know, one of the reasons John can do that is because he really believes in a team of 19. He said, we don't have one single person we rely on. Well, there's a chance. But, you know, when you have players that you can sub in and the level doesn't change, you can really play that high pressure for a full 80 minutes, really.
You saw Callie Hawkins with an opportunity there. Callie had 2 goals in the semifinals for the Dragons.
Callie's going to be playing on this field next year, actually in the fall, playing for Creighton.
Nice way to end your prep career.
Absolutely. She's got a bright career ahead of her, that's for sure.
Slattery tosses it up.
Well, the referee saw a deflection there.
Well, how about the Skyhawks, who've been ranked #1 most of the year? They're impact players for the Skyhawks. There they are. Jess Schlottman, who we just talked about, 13 assists, 17 goals on the year. Sarah Dunker, Lauren Merritts with 16 goals.
Yeah, those are big numbers. The great thing about Skutt is they're really well balanced. They have several players with lots of goals, lots of assists. when you don't have to rely on 1 or 2 people to get it done, you're a very dangerous team.
Here early on, much of the possession has been dominated by Skutt.
Yeah, Gretna's doing a lot of chasing right now.
Yep.
Like I said, it might be some of those early game jitters. But I am surprised with how stretched out their back line is.
And why is that?
Well, I mean, typically when you attack, you want to stretch the field, and when you're on defense, you want to contract, keep things. You want to force the ball to go out to the width. If your back line gets too stretched out, it's too easy to get diagonal balls going through to goal. Those are very dangerous balls. We saw one of those early on. That's what got the first corner kick, which led to the goal.
Great hustle there to take the ball away by Dunker and then hand it back over. Job defensively there to kick it away from Emma Slattery, the sophomore midfielder. Brooke Braben now into the game. We saw Nicole Martindale go down early. It's a bit of a limp, and now she leaves the field. So Braben in there. Braben just a freshman. Missed the touch, missed the connection.
Yeah, she gets a touch on that ball, and they have a dangerous counterattack. Gretna was fortunate to be able to get away with that one.
Again in the right place, taking it away, Sarah Dunker. Here's Schlottman.
I think she rushed that shot just a little bit, but I like that she has the confidence to take those long shots.
Part of Nicole Martindale, who you saw leave the field, part of the issue is she's been playing with a torn MCL this year. So she went down to that knee, and that probably had something to do with it. You could see the limp as she came off the field as well. So Nicole Martindale, who has a bright future, playing at Iowa State. Check that. That's Andy Sullivan that's been playing with the MCL. It's Martindale going to Iowa State next year, who actually left with that one. Get your notes right, Larry.
Well, injuries are part of the game, but definitely playing with a torn MCL is very difficult.
There's Dunker again with it. Nice ball skills there by Dunker, crossing. Ooh. Still loose there and just didn't quite clear it, but fortunate was Bryn Whitaker.
Yeah, you can see the look on her face there. She realizes she made a little bit of an error. Didn't listen to her goalkeeper, probably calling for that ball.
Good looking cross there, had a chance.
That's how a lot of own goals are scored. You got to really listen to your goalkeeper who's calling for the ball, and she'll either let you know if she's going to get it or if she wants you to clear it.
So here's the corner from McKeever again. Good corner by McKeever. Nice header, but Johnson's there. Now Gretna will try to push it.
McKeever seems very disciplined. She knows exactly where she's going to put that ball, and she puts it there. Been dangerous every time.
Like the ball skills here from just kicked away from Dunker.
Well, you can hear the crowd wanting to call on that one, but every time someone goes down, it is not a foul.
Depends on what team you're on, I suppose.
There you go. Sarah Karloff, who we just saw with the ball doing some dribbling, she's committed to UMKC. Skutt's definitely controlling the action.
Absolutely.
Right now. I think they're playing the game how they wanted to play it, and right now Gretna's having to respond to it.
Well, Schlottman now on the throw-in. Jess Schlottman with 13 assists, 15 goals on the year. Good throw in there.
Yeah, even when John Carlson was telling me about some of their important players like Schlottman, he made sure to point out that this is really a team effort.
Chance here. Led it a bit too much. Johnson there.
What I like about that strategy, though, is their defense wins the ball, and as quickly as they can, they're going to try to counterattack against that spread-out Gretna back line.
So this is the first of 2 games tonight, Class B state championship. Gretna and Skutt coming up later this evening. Class A takes the field as Marion and Millard North will battle for a state championship.
Here they go on that counterattack again. She pulled it back. I wouldn't be surprised to see them get something out of that later in this game. They're definitely looking for it every time they win the ball. Well, there's kind of a chance. At least they got into the attacking third, Gretna. Like to see them get a little more into their game and get some chances.
Well, you can watch NET Sports coverage of the 2016 NSAA Boys High School Soccer Championships on your smartphone or tablet. In fact, you can watch the Girls Championships right now as well. Take NET Sports on the go anytime, anywhere. Just search for NET Nebraska in the App Store or download it free at netnebraska.org/apps. Boys tomorrow night, girls tonight. A couple of days of state high school championship soccer right here on NET. In fact, this wraps up a year-long of state high school championships, NSAA championships on NET.
One of these Skutt players already won a state championship with the volleyball team.
That's right.
Oh.
It's been a good year for these Skutt ladies. Drops it back to control. Still 1-0 Skutt with the lead. That goal early on, the header by the sophomore Bryn Whitaker.
So here's a chance where I'd like to see Gretna attack with more speed. They're hanging back way too defensively. They win the ball in their attacking half, and they don't have the numbers to attack.
Chloe Behrens kicks it away. She's not had a lot of action here thus far in the first half. Just misconnecting, yeah.
Yep. Really got to find feet in this at this level of game.
Good job to get on that.
Again, I think if Gretna plays that ball to the feet out there on the right wing, I think that's a different situation then for Gretna.
I've seen that a couple of times here early on. It just a touch would have made a difference, or right connection on a pass.
Exactly. Like I said earlier, it could be pre-game jitters or early game jitters, and hopefully they'll get some of that stuff figured out. These are very good players, so I would expect they're gonna get some of those jitters calmed down. And
Jess Schlottman taking a quick break.
that says a lot about a coach who has a lot of comfort taking out one of his top players this early on. You know, he's got confidence in his bench players.
Skutt's really done a nice job here at state in the quarterfinals and the semifinals of staying on the attack. They outshot Gross 19-1. Took them a while to get going, but ended up winning that one 3-0.
Yeah, that's a very telling stat. 19 shots to 1.
One more look at the trip here.
Yeah, you know, she just didn't really play the ball very well that time. That's an easy call for a referee.
Second foul on Skutt, only one for Gretna here early on.
I remember back in the day, people used to think soccer was a non-contact sport. It's definitely not the case.
Even some of these one-to-one battles right now that Skutt seems to be winning.
They do, and part of that is because they're being a little bit more patient right now. They're taking a moment, looking at their options, and making a good decision. Yep, that went all the way over the line. That's a great call. Referees are on their game tonight.
How many times do you say that during a year, Mary?
When I'm coaching, not
Never.
very often. It's a lot easier to have that perspective up here. But to be fair, we really do have good referees in this state. Not many people would believe me say that, but it's the truth. Another great call. She was offsides.
One more look, you see the ball, you see offensive player well behind the defender.
She just moved just a touch too early. She had just waited one more second. I think it would have been a great opportunity for her. But I like that she's trying to read that and trying to anticipate that.
Seen many opportunities for Gretna.
No, I think
try to create one here.
Oh, there
it is. Aaron's is there.
Yeah, only a handful of times in their attacking half. Well, if they don't get it sorted out before, then I imagine Coach Hawkins will have some way to get it sorted out in the second half.
Well, we got a timeout on the field. Skutt is on top, 1-0. It took just 2 minutes, 57 seconds for the header to go through. Skutt up, 1-0.
Hi, I'm Kevin Kugler with NET Sports. It's been my fortune to travel the world broadcasting sports of all kinds on radio and television, from the NFL to the Olympics to the College World Series in Omaha. NET Sports is where I got my start, and I'm proud to still work with Nebraska's public television network. There's no group of broadcasters more dedicated or hardworking than the production crew right here at NET. You play a part in the success of NET Sports too, so I'd like to invite you to join the NET Sports Partners Club. With your support, NET brings you hundreds of hours of sports action each year. NET is our home for Big Red Wrap-Up, high school championships, Nebraska volleyball, and more.
Back by Lynch.
Help keep NET as Nebraska's home for sports. Sports partners like you make it happen. Log on to netnebraska.org and learn more about the benefits of joining, like tailgate parties and meet and greet events. Take pride in knowing your support puts the action in NET sports. Thank you.
Coverage of the 2016 High School Soccer Championships on NET is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, Nebraska Tourism Commission, Nebraska Public Power District, and by U.S. Bank. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We couldn't do it without your support. Good crowd on hand here at Morrison Stadium in Omaha, Nebraska. Class B state championship. NSAA Girls Soccer Championships. Skutt and Gretna. Here's a look at the Gretna crowd, the Dragons on hand. These are two teams that are very familiar with this state championship. Between the two of them, one school has been in the state championship for the last 9 consecutive years.
That's really impressive. It's quite a domination.
Gretna, of course, lost in the championship last year to Elkhorn South, the 1-zip heartbreaker. Gretna got a bit of revenge this year, or avenged that loss in the semifinals with the win over Elkhorn South. Another 1-zip game, terrific game. Check that out, it was a 1-goal game, 3-2 was the final.
Well, here's an opportunity for Skutt's free kick specialist, McKeever. I imagine she's at least going to get a good look on goal. I mean, it's a collision.
Yep.
It's a dangerous opportunity for Skutt here.
Addie McKeever with the opportunity. And a Johnson ball loose, and Johnson is down. She was hit hard, up slow as Johnson. See a bit shaken up though.
I'm surprised that shot, that wasn't more of a shot right on goal. It's kind of setting that up far post for someone to run onto it. It makes for a very dangerous situation for a goalkeeper when they have to handle something like that.
Lizzie Neineman with the contact there.
That's a great save. And she gets a save on that because she gets the benefit of the doubt. She had the ball in her hands. The player knocks her over, and they give that benefit to the goalkeeper. And you can't really fault the forward on that. She's just going for the ball. It's dangerous for both of them. And well, we might see a chance here for Gretna.
Squirts through there.
There we go.
Nice touch to kick it away by Danny Walsh again, the junior. Foul called there on Gretna. See the hook here.
Oh, yeah. They both got a little bit of a hook in there, and Skutt got the benefit that time. Referee seems to be calling a bit more. I wonder if he's trying to keep things a little under control and not let them get out of control.
5-4 the fouls now. Cleared it out.
Well, the other thing you're going to start seeing on a large field like this is they don't play on big fields this often, you know, every day, and so you're going to start to see some of that fatigue come into play. There's just a lot more ground to cover, both offensively and defensively.
Neineman back in. She'll come in
And out comes Helen Mertz, the senior.
I liked what Helen was doing out there on the left wing. She was really looking to get behind quite a bit. Stayed nice and wide. Here's a chance for Gretna. Dangerous opportunity.
Nothing called there.
I think Gretna definitely wanted a little bit of a call, but pretty good defensive positioning from my view. Starting to see a little bit of that fatigue set in. Players aren't as, even on Skutt, they're not quite as crisp getting the ball right to feet. Playing the ball sooner just to get rid of it. They need to take a deep breath, focus for these last 15 minutes of the half.
Opportunity here for Gretna. Trying to clear it out, still in there. Footwork there. Danny Walsh looking in, good pass. Nice job defensively.
You know, I really would have liked to have seen Gretna get a few more numbers up, help her out. Kaylin had the, no, not Kaylin. Sarah Karloff had the ball there, and everybody was kind of watching to see what she was going to do with it. There wasn't much support for her. You know, when Gretna's in there attacking third, I'd like to see at least one of those back four defenders get up and get some support. Let her play the way she faces. Right. Yeah, that's a pretty obvious foul whenever you reach your arm out and pull them down. Starting to get a little more physical.
NSAA home dollar for nutrition.
Caitlin Keegan just came back into the game. She's got 10 goals and 8 assists on the season. When you see those kind of stats, when you have almost even goals and assists, you realize so much of the game goes through that person.
There is Caitlin Keegan, the sophomore. Back in also for Skutt is Jess Schlottman. There's Dunker with it. Dunker crosses just over the goal.
I like that ball into the corner. Dunker had a nice opportunity. She's very actively looking in to get to that corner. She gets her hips around, but not quite enough. Ends up going out of bounds. She had 2 players in the box.
Yeah.
Could have gotten her hips all the way around. It could have been another scoring chance.
Inside 12 minutes here in this first half of play. Skutt still with that 1-0 lead off of the header with 2:57 early on.
Skutt seems to be dominating the midfield right now. It's been very easy when they find the ball in the midfield. They have time to look up, get the ball to those corners. It's making for some dangerous opportunities. again, Gretna looks up and can't find very much support. I think they need to play a little bit more of a short game rather than trying to go long every time. Skutt's got 4 players back, and it's not working what they're trying. But I expect that Coach Digger will make some of those adjustments.
Another chance here.
Here's a good chillip.
And Lindsey Johnson there.
I think she would have liked to have that one back.
Yep.
See, I like this.
Stoltenberg taking it herself up there. Stoltenberg sends it in. And no help.
Well, she did a great job coming out of the back. I love to see a center back come up like that. But like you said, she just didn't really see much support, and she kind of gave up the ball just out of desperation, I think.
Stoltenberg will play next year at Hastings College. She's in her senior year. Another foul called there.
You know, you wonder if Gretna is not talking enough on the field. They just don't seem to be connecting. They seem to be kind of desperately giving up balls even when they've got plenty of time to play it. So I love to see that, you know, for kids watching the game, when a goalie can roll the ball out like that and get the ball moving. We keep possession. Gretna keeps possession there. That's a good thing for young kids of the game to watch and learn and realize you don't have to punt the ball every time.
Lizzie O'Brien entering now for, check that, that's Abigail Furley into the game for the Dragons for Gretna. Giving chase here, plenty of time to clear it. Better touches here by the Dragons.
Yeah, that's a great build-up through the midfield, switching the point of attack. Again, I think they're a little rushed there. I think they could hold on to it and just keep possession. Let their numbers get up to support them.
Keever heads it away to end the opportunity. Now the other way, here comes Skutt once again. Skutt had a chance there. Nice job by Lindsey Johnson to shut that down.
I think we're definitely starting to see some of the physical effects, the fatigue of playing on this large field. And there's quite a bit of back and forth.
Marissa Ellingson takes it up, won the ball. Gretna now still with the chance.
It's a great chance for Gretna. Can they get in there with speed?
Good job by the defender, Lizzie Neineman, the midfielder, to take that away. See Neineman play very aggressively here early on. Not only the attack on the ball on net.
Yeah, Neineman seems to be playing more of a true 8, a central midfield role, and yet you see her back in the attacking, in the defensive third. That was a fantastic defensive effort, and then she carries the ball up and gets it moving right away.
Hassenstab now into the game. Clara Hassenstab, the junior mid for the Skyhawks.
You know,
Whitaker coming out.
Most central midfielders are really praised for how well they see the field and can play the ball, and I don't think many of them get great credit for being great defenders like we just saw right there. But it's such a huge, important part of the game for that position.
Quite able to clear that, and that time got it out. Walsh throws it in. Looked like a good takeaway, but Callie Hawkins called for the foul.
I think he may have called a handball there.
Ah.
May have just kind of rolled up her arm a little bit. It doesn't have to be. Let's see here. Yep, it doesn't have to be intentional, but if it's advantageous, then the referee is supposed to call it.
So we'll see what Maddie McKeever does this time. Direct, and Johnson with the save.
Yep, a little more direct shot right on goal. Johnson had no problems handling that. Oh, that's well done to keep that in. That was a beautiful little move.
And a quick throw in to keep it alive. Good job by Gretna here.
She's got to get a shot
Hawkins tries to fire it away. And the foul will be called on Hawkins. So Callie Hawkins thought she had the opportunity, shut down just before the shot got off. One more look at it here.
Yeah, you're going to get called for those.
The extracurricular there at the end? Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. That's a little bit of a frustration foul for sure. I think part of that frustration was that she didn't take that shot sooner.
Well, Hawkins, terrific player. There's, look at one of the defenders. Check that, that's Brooke Braven, the forward for the Dragons.
Yeah, Hawkins definitely knows how to score. She's had 12 goals and 12 assists on the season. Obviously, like I talked about earlier, a lot of the game goes through her. I think she'll get another chance later in this game. Again, I love this style of play of building out of the back, using the goalkeeper to throw rather than punting. As soon as you punt that ball, it becomes a 50-50 ball. Rather keep possession and move it up.
Looking for the quick throw in here. Ellingson gets it in.
Gretna's starting to find a bit of a rhythm here.
Ellingson sends that in. Headed away by Maddie McKeever.
That's a good switch. See if Gretna can be patient. Again, I think just a little bit rushed. They're starting to get more numbers into the attack, though.
Tough header there by McLaughlin, but did its job. Looking for the touch to the outside. Ooh, had an opportunity there. She could have got the touch to the outside.
Yeah, she had the player out there.
Yep.
Gretna's picking up the pace a little bit now. I think this is the type of game that we were expecting. Something that went back and forth. And
quicker paced.
Yep. Both ends of the field.
2.5 to go here before half.
Why not? You got to take a chance when you got it. If she has the leg to hit that shot, it's a good chance to take.
Financial goals all across Nebraska and across the country.
That needs to get out of there. Look out, another opportunity here. Drops it. Cross. Oh! Missed the open shot.
Oh, she's going to want that one back. She's going to dream about that one.
Good charge there by Lizzie O'Brien, who had an opportunity right there.
Oh, cross was fantastic. She got her hips around, puts it right inside the 6. It's exactly where you want it to be. 21 just lets it hit off her heel rather than getting the middle of the foot on that ball. It's amazing how hard sometimes the easy shots really are.
Right. Saw McKeever, who's been very active here early on, limping a bit there.
Yeah, I think she's a big part of their defense and organizing their defense. And
absolutely.
Sure hope she's all right there.
Good help coming from the back. Shot in and on. Good save. Behrens is there.
Gretna finally had 7 players on 8 in that attack. That's the most numbers they've had in their attack. And you see, you get a good shot. You never know, a goalie fumbles that ball and someone's there to clean it up. That's why you take those opportunities.
9, 8, 7. Shot goes in, that will be off. And that will do it for the first half. Skutt on top, 1-0 in a game that early on was all Skyhawks, very aggressive. They scored less than 3 minutes in to take that 1-zip lead on a nice header off a crossing path. Gretna began to find its legs there late in that first half, though, and had some good opportunities. But we'll head to half with the Skyhawks on top here, 1-0. So as you head to the locker room, your coach Digger Hawkins, what do you say to your team?
Well, they've got to keep the momentum that they've had. In the last 15 minutes of the half is the type of style of play that they really want, the type that they really need to play against this good Skutt defense. They've got to get the numbers up into the attacking third. That's going to be their only chance right now. They've spent too much of the half hanging back, and he's gonna tell them they've got to push up. They can't just sit back there.
Well, Thor Tripp is down on the field with John Carlson. Thor.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Here with head coach John Carlson of Skutt Catholic. Coach, you said before the game you're hoping for a 2-0 lead at half there. You only got one, but how are you feeling after 40 minutes?
Good. I mean, all you could ask to go out and play as hard as you can, play with that energy and that effort, and that's what the team did. So we can come out the next 40, and we got to step it up a little bit, but you have to be happy with the 1-0 lead in the state championship game at halftime. So
that energy obviously got you an early lead. Take a look at the goal here. What did you see on that early goal there from Bryn?
Nice cross in, and it looks like a great player made a great play, and that's what great players do in big games. So we just have to keep pressing, and you know, it was a great team defensive effort. I think you hold a team like this to maybe one shot on goal, we're happy, but we have to be better in the second half.
What's the message for the team here as you take it into halftime?
40 minutes until a state title.
There it is, short and sweet. 40 minutes away from another state championship here. We'll send it back up to you, Larry.
All right, thanks very much, Thor. It is 1-0, Skyhawks on top. It was the sophomore that knocked it in. Bryn Whitaker gave her team a 1-zip lead.
Texting, turn it off. If driving isn't worth your full attention, what is? A safety reminder from your Nebraska Department of Roads.
Programming on NET television is made possible in part by U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank knows the importance of giving back. That's why we're committed to support charitable, educational, and service organizations in communities across Nebraska and the nation. Last year, U.S. Bank employees provided more than 3,000 hours of community service in Nebraska, and we're dedicated to continuing that support. U.S. Bank, serving you in Nebraska. Member FDIC.
Head trauma and concussion risk minimization is a priority of the NSAA. When in doubt, sit them out.
Some common symptoms of concussions are dizziness, confusion, and nausea. The NSAA requires coaches in all sports to take a concussion course annually.
For more information regarding concussion management and return to play protocol, visit our website, nsaahome.org. When in doubt, sit them out.
Hey Mom, I need to talk to you about something. You took me on campus visits and helped me with college applications, but there's still something we haven't done yet. It's time to complete the FAFSA so I can get financial aid. I know you've been stressed out about this, but don't worry. Education Quest has tons of resources on their website to make the process really easy. You guys have been there for me every step of the way. Just returning the favor.
Get help with your FAFSA at educationquest.org.
Back at Morrison Stadium in Omaha, we're at halftime of the Class B state championship. Skutt on top of Gretna 1-0. And now let's go down on the field with Thor Tripp.
Yeah, thanks, Larry. Here with head coach Ross Pauly of Creighton women's soccer. Coach, second year now at the helm of this alma mater of yours. What are your thoughts going into year two as a team?
Well, we learned a lot the first year. I mean, and that's the key, getting the experience for me here back at Creighton, and it looks great. We have a very large class coming in, and a very good group of foundational players that we can build on.
You mentioned that large class. I think that's a safe statement, right? 12 players coming in your first full recruiting class. What went into that decision, trying to really overhaul this roster and take it forward?
Well, we have some great uprising seniors that are going to lead this big class, and we worked really, really hard going all over the United States and in the world looking for players that would be a good fit here. We're looking for the technical players, the hard-working players, so we can control games.
And when you look at, Omaha in this area, you've got 3 local players on that incoming class as well, including Callie Hawkins, obviously playing in this game. What have you seen out of them and the talent around here in the city?
Well, they're doing well locally. Callie's doing well out there. She's a very technical player, great left foot. You have Cassie Legband, who just scores at will. It's fun to watch. It's fun to watch, and Jalen for Millard does well on the back. So we want to recruit local. We want to get the best talent here. It's so important.
Looking for the best team, one of the best facilities in the state right here. Coach, thanks for your time, and we'll have much more highlights and reaction coming up here after this first half of action at Morrison Stadium.
Whether it's spring planting, fall harvesting, or just a drive across the state, soy biodiesel helps a diesel-powered engine operate in a demanding job. Soybean oil from Nebraska soybeans makes biodiesel a renewable fuel that's also environmentally responsible. The soybean checkoff plays a major role in supporting the use and availability of biodiesel. The Nebraska Soybean Board, growing opportunity from the ground up.
You're going the other way? No, now you're doing it well. Yeah, that's the way. That's how you want it.
Participating in Nebraska high school activities has taught me about teamwork.
I've learned how to lead among my peers.
At my high school, I have set goals and I work hard to accomplish them.
I like to run on my cross country team. It makes me feel good about myself.
The Nebraska School Activities Association providing opportunities in 25 activities in our 303 high schools. NSAA activities, the other half of education.
Take a look at the action for the first half, and it was this cross by Maddie McKeever, very well placed, and the header and the goal from Bryn Whitaker made it 1-0 with just 2:57 gone in that first half of play. And boy, those 1-0 leads you love to have in state championship games, huh?
Well, you don't not want them, that's for sure. You'll take any lead you can get.
Here's a look at the. Thanks for the obvious comment, Larry. I appreciate that. I got you. First half stats here. Skutt on top on shots, 8-3. Gretna 4 saves to Skutt's 2. And you see the fouls and corner kicks there. When we come back, as Coach Carlson said, 40 minutes away from a state championship. We'll have it for you right here on NET.
I had 29 students in my class.
We've been together since kindergarten.
High school, 4 years of growing up.
Growing together. Senior year.
I am done with school.
I'm invincible.
They don't understand me.
Forget about it. Let's have fun.
I had 29 students in my class.
No matter how you look at it, animal agriculture helps Nebraska's economy. The livestock industry provides increased tax revenues for schools and community services. Livestock enterprises also create jobs while contributing to existing businesses such as local banks and grocery stores. A thriving livestock industry helps maintain our current way of life, but also provides opportunities for the next generation of farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Checkoff helps to raise awareness of the importance of animal agriculture to Nebraska.
Over the years, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association has supported many Nebraska athletes by helping them excel physically. But the mental game is just as important. That's why we're pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and as leaders. We're proud to team up with these exceptional individuals. Together we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
All right, college visit number 2. Here we go. What?
College visit.
Learn more from Education Quest at govisitcollege.org.
Back in Morrison and Omaha, Thor Tripp is with head coach Digger Hawkins.
Coach Digger Hawkins of Gretna here. Coach, your team's been in this situation before, down 1-0 in the semifinals. You come back to win. What's the message here?
We just need to compete. You know, I felt first half we just haven't shown up, so we just need to compete. To be fair to Skutt, they outworked us in the first half. So, but we knew that, and you know, we weren't quite ready in the first half. Hopefully, second half.
In terms of adjustments, you guys made a little progress there at the end, a little more on the attack. What do you say to this team here?
Yes, and we made one sort of adjustment in midfield. We just got outworking, you know. So we've got to play better.
Expecting a great second half, Coach. Good luck the rest of the way. Appreciate it. Larry, back up to you.
Kind of mirrors what you had said earlier. Just they were outworked and outplayed maybe in that first half.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they, like he said, they just sometimes mentally, that's the difference in these types of games. Just who shows up first, you know? Are you going to show up for 80 minutes or are you going to show up for the last 60? And Skutt's been ready to play since the minute 1. That's why he scored early on.
Well, you might have thought that Digger's accent was Western Nebraska. He's actually from England. So he's been around for a while.
Yeah, Digger was a great player in his day. I actually still play futsal with him, and he's still got that competitive edge, and you can see he was quite the player back in his professional days.
Good resume, former assistant coach at Creighton. Here's one more look at this.
Yeah, just trying to go through the player there to get that ball.
Yep.
Oh, here's a dangerous chance.
Johnson didn't know what to do with it for a moment, then attacked and made the play.
Yeah, sometimes that's the most difficult part of being a goalkeeper is just that decision
When to go, when not, yeah.
Yes.
Another chance here.
Oh,
the cross to the wide open. Got a chance. Got it. Skutt with the 2-zip lead.
That was a fantastic finish. He was extremely patient, took a great touch to set up the shot, and then she just passed it into the goal. Found the side netting and placed it right past that goalkeeper.
There's the cross from Sarah Dunker. Kaylin Keegan knocks it in.
You just don't get those many opportunities to be that wide open in, 8 yards out of the goal.
And you loved how patient she was.
Yep, yeah, she just took her time. She made sure she was going to get a nice setup touch. And then she had her pick of which corner she wanted to go to.
Sometimes when you're that open in front of an empty net, you get a little excited, right?
Absolutely.
Did a nice job settling down, controlling the ball, making a terrific shot. And there she is, good smile from Kaylin Keegan as she has now given the Skyhawks a 2-zip lead. And what a big goal that is here in half number 2 with 37:30 still to go.
She's only a sophomore. That showed such great maturity and experience, be able to handle that kind of a nice first touch. And like you said, put away an easy goal.
Right.
So like some of those, they missed one earlier. Sometimes the easiest goals are the hardest ones to do.
So in the 42nd minute, Skutt takes the 2-zip lead. And now the pressure really on Gretna to pick up the pace.
Yeah, I think Gretna's definitely going to feel some of that pressure. I think they had a little momentum building up into halftime, and if they came out with some of that momentum, it'll be interesting to see how they respond to that.
And Skutt as well. They've done such a nice job of being on the attack throughout the entire first half and here early in the second. And the key there is not to give that up.
Absolutely. Skutt can't take any moments to just sit back and relax. They haven't won the game yet. There's a lot of time left. Sometimes they say 2-0 is the most dangerous lead to have.
Jaden Lindley tipped that one away.
But it certainly helps. Skutt has played most of the game in their attacking half, and when you're not in your defensive half, it's easier not to give up goals. Gretna definitely has the ability. They've got the athletes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think frankly I'm surprised with kind of the low level of pressure that I've seen from Gretna.
Even there, you saw Hawkins with an opportunity, looking for somewhere to go, and there was just no help there.
Yeah, everybody's kind of looking to someone else to do the job for them, and it really takes everyone on the field.
Gretna with just one loss on the year, and that loss coming to this Skutt Catholic team.
Yeah, I'd love to see Callie Hawkins really step up. She's got the ability to be that person that can say, hey, I'm going to take this team on my shoulders, and let's go down fighting.
Gretna came in 17-1. The loss was a 3-0 loss that several weeks ago. They avenged the loss in double overtime, picked up that 1-zip win in the postseason.
Yeah, you really do have to wonder. There's always going to be adjustments that change from game to game, but you have to wonder how much of that field size has had an impact. Gretna has definitely struggled to make that adjustment to the wide, hugely wide field.
Mary, you were saying earlier the first time they played it was on a larger field. The second time when Gretna won it, it was on the smaller, a bit narrower Gretna home field, which is grass and not a faster turf like this as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And exactly, just the field surface alone can, besides the dimensions, the field surface alone can make a big difference. The ball travels so much faster on this turf. Well, and Skutt has a turf field on their home field, and so they get an opportunity to practice and play on this type of surface all the time throughout this season, whereas Gretna is primarily practicing and playing their home games on a grass field. You really do. You have to adjust your touch. You have to adjust the weight of your passes.
Hawkins had it taken away there. Good pressure there from Keegan. Keegan got it away again. Slips it back. Schlattman resets it.
So I think here's a chance where they need to attack with more speed, connect some passes. Again, they're looking for that long ball, and it's just not working for them. They've got a player out wide, and they're not stretching the defense out.
Foul called there on Dunker.
Yeah, she doesn't want that foul called, but you know, it's a foul. Here we've got Skutt again attacking into those corners and then looking for opportunities to get it back inside. They might get a corner kick out of this. Nope.
Good save there by Johnson to keep that in. Nice take there by Merritt's up the field.
Yeah, I'd love to see Gretna get more involved attacking as a team. They're still just watching too much.
A pushing going on there between McKeever.
Oh, and here's a chance for Gretna. They can get back in the game if they could get a goal right here.
It's Morgan Daffer there, the junior. Here it is.
I don't know. I guess he gave it to them.
Who has somebody out there, just could not get the touch at the right time again. Just that one little touch to get it out to Emma Slattery, who was out of that right wing. There's Slattery now trying to chase this down. Check that, that's Zeleny chasing it down. There is Emma Slattery.
Yeah, Zeleny, she's been out there. She's been waiting for that ball to get out there. I think they need to find her. I think if they can at least try it, see what's going to happen, see if she can get those crosses off. Anytime you get those balls into the corner, you're going to stretch the defense out. They have to come out and pick you up. Otherwise, you're just going to dribble in. And that's the whole idea with playing wide. You get them out, get the defense stretched out, opens up opportunities in the middle of the box. That's where you're going to score. But you can't do everything through the middle. Was that a handball there?
Let's see. It was on Daffer there. Didn't look like it was a foul called, so it must have been a handball.
See this defense that Skutt is kind of playing. They usually, Coach Carlson was telling me he usually likes to play a 3-4-3, but he's adapted this season. Chance.
Fired in, but handled by Barons.
He's adapted this season to more of a 4-3-3, although he's not playing a traditional double center back side by side. He's got them playing one in front and one in back at times, and then they flatten out when they need to. Seems to be working today pretty well. There you've got Skutt. They're nice and patiently building up again. They've got numbers up. Gretna does a great job defending the ball there.
So this one will be brought up by Hawkins on the left wing.
Yeah, great chance there on the counterattack. Her first touch just got away from her, allowed that defender to come in and take a touch away.
Yeah, that was McLaughlin's blocking her off.
Yeah. Sometimes there's things that the referee sees that we just don't always catch. That's actually a very nice ball. Played in behind the defense. It's a tough spot where the goalie has to make a decision whether to come up and pick it up or stay. And I think Gretna's going to have to start getting a little more aggressive, taking a little bit more chances, get some players in on those opportunities.
Still battling, trying to win it. Tipped into the box and then cleared.
So you can see here, McKeever, the thing I like about her, you know, yeah, she's a free kick specialist, able to score some goals and make some things happen for her team, but in the back, she's organizing the defense, you know. A lot of times people take that for granted, somebody who uses their voice and can get people assigned and marked up, and that kind of player makes a big difference.
Here's a chance for Skutt. Dunker with the shot tipped away. Good foot on it.
Yeah, she had a nice chance there. Great setup touch. Defender comes in and makes a great play.
Laura Heath, the defender on that. Here's one more look. Check that Sally Stoltenberg got the foot on it.
Yeah, Dunker really had a step on her.
Yeah.
She did a great job to get back, get that foot out there.
So McKeever now with the corner. Fired in there.
That's a good spot.
Hawkins tried to send it through, taken away again.
You know, it was interesting. She punted the ball that time, but she did kind of a soft punt to find her teammate running into space. It was a good choice by, what is it, Johnson?
Two zip Skutt. They had one early on in the first and now early on in the second. As we near 25 minutes left here in this Class B state championship between the Skyhawks and the Dragons. Two teams that came in ranked 1-2. They've been 1-2 all season long. Skutt ranked #1, Gretna #2. They've played twice, split the two games they played. This, the rubber match for the state championship in Class B.
You know, what's interesting is both goals have come just in the first 2 minutes of each half.
Right.
That would concern me a bit as a coach.
Maybe just not ready. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times that's what coaches talk about. That the difference in an evenly matched game like this, it's going to be a mental decision, you know, and sometimes mentally, if you're just not ready to go right from the beginning, you can have those breakdowns, and you know, the smallest little thing can make a big difference. In this case, two big differences.
Now, Coach Carlson said that was really the difference in the game they lost with 1-0. It was just a single breakdown, and he said that's what you can't do against a good team. You can't have that one breakdown that can end up costing you the goal, and in that case, the game. So now maybe Gretna seeing a bit of that here.
Yeah, it appears that way. Uh-oh.
Shot on. Did she touch it? She did. Corner. Just off the hands of Johnson. Into the game now for the Gretna Dragons comes Annie Sullivan. Sullivan, the one playing with the torn MCL. I believe the first time we've seen her. And you can see she's on the far side of the pitch. We'll show you here momentarily. Here's the corner from McKeever. Good corner. Like it maybe even caught a post.
It did.
Far post.
Yeah, she got the crossbar on that one. Looked like it was about to bend into the far post.
Here's one more look at that corner. Oh.
Yep, caught the crossbar.
Crossbar, yep.
Had some nice in-swing spin on that. When you take the corner kick with a right-footed player from that side, you get that natural bend.
McKeever with the shot again, and just over the crossbar that time.
She definitely wants another goal, doesn't she?
Right around it every time. Here's one more look at it.
Johnson had that covered.
Already that is 6 shots for Maddie McKeever.
So, you know, I think a situation like that, I'd love to see Gretna take a little bit more time, find somebody's feet, let's build up. Although they are getting into the attacking third now.
Go down to the field to Thor Tripp. Thor.
Yeah, thanks, Larry. Talking a little bit about Maddie McKeever there, and you see the strong leg that she's put on display throughout this match. I actually talked to her after their quarterfinal win against Omaha Mercy, and in that game she had a goal from about 40 yards out on a free kick. She said it's something that she practices every time she's on the field, and it comes into play, obviously, throughout the tournament, and as you've seen here today, it's making a big difference in this state title game.
Back and forth here. Got in deep, looking for that opportunity. And cleared out.
Well, there's no doubt Skutt is hungry.
Right.
They are not letting that 2-0 lead let them let up at all.
Foul called there on Emma Slattery.
There's a chance.
And cleared out. Dunker, who's got great ball skills with it, centers it in. Johnson with a nice save.
You know what I love about Dunker out there, she sees a defender in front of her, but she sees space behind that defender, and she dribbles at the defender, creates an opportunity to pass it off to a wide open player in the middle of the field.
Good crisp touches right here by Skutt.
You know, we spend time teaching young players in the game that they've got to make game time decisions. They've got to make the right decisions. Sometimes you're dribbling to set up a pass. Sometimes you're dribbling to get around a defender. Dunker does a great job of using all those tools.
So timeout here at Morrison Stadium in Omaha. Skutt on top 2-0 after this goal early on in the second.
Next time on Backyard Farmer, we'll help you figure out some tricky landscape math problems, and we'll also feature a Nebraska business that grows commercial mushrooms. All that and your gardening questions answered. That's Backyard Farmer, Thursdays at 7 Central, 6 Mountain, only on NET.
Support NET as a sustaining star for an easy way to provide ongoing support to the programs you love. Monthly deductions from your bank account or credit card keep your membership current and help sustain NET with a steady, reliable revenue we can count on. Every time you enjoy NET, you'll know that your sustaining membership is making a difference. Become a sustainer today at netnebraska.org/donate.
Coverage of the 2016 High School Soccer Championships on NET is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, Nebraska Tourism Commission, Nebraska Public Power District, and by U.S. Bank. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Skyhawks on top here in half number 2. 2-zip. Whitaker at 2:57, and then Keegan at the 42nd minute. And it's 2-zip. Skutt Catholic. There's a look at Keegan, who had that last goal.
You know, there's plenty of time left for Gretna to turn this around.
Need to find some rhythm and a little bit of sense of urgency.
Absolutely. The urgency is going to be a big key for them. We haven't seen enough of it this entire game. I'd like to see them take some chances, maybe push someone up out of the back, play with 3 in the back, and get some more attackers going. Skutt just is relentless putting on that pressure. Even their forwards are great defenders. They put pressure. They force the play of the ball to where they want it to go.
Yeah, you just saw great hustle there from Helen Mertz in there for Skutt. She was in between 3 defenders and chased in there and went after, got the ball. Just that aggressiveness that we've seen out of Skutt that's really benefited them here in this game.
I think that really has been the difference maker. I mean, their forwards are playing hard pressure defense. Their midfielders are playing that same type of defense, and it makes the back line their job pretty easy.
And as you said, when you have that kind of depth and that kind of talent, it makes it easy to play that way. Dunker again. Dunker had that taken away, tipped away.
So I like what Coach Carlson has done there, putting Dunker over here on the left. She's a right-footed player, but when you put a right-footed player that's strong dribbling like that on the left, they dribble inside and then they've got the shot set up for their strong foot.
Here's Mertz with it. Left foots it in, kicked away.
Well, you can definitely see some of that fatigue on both sides, but you can see a little bit of that on the Gretna side, just starting to give in to it.
Here's a look at Annie Sullivan right there. Annie Sullivan, the senior midfielder, leads the team this year with 18 goals, but she's playing with a torn MCL, and you see it heavily padded there, and she is clearly favoring it. Let's just put it that way. A couple of times she's jump stopped 3 times on one leg to avoid the pressure on that knee with the torn MCL. So obviously something she'll take care of after the season. Tough to miss your senior year in a championship game. She played in the semis with that torn MCL as well. And here's a look at her. Yep.
Oh yeah, you can see it. She's hurting. She's pushing through. She's trying to help her team. I mean, she's a leading scorer on their team. That's going to have a major impact.
Yep.
Number 1, she just hasn't been on the field enough, and 2, obviously she's playing at a disadvantage. You really feel for a kid like that. You know, this is her senior year. She wants to have this experience with her team, and She's obviously a leader in many ways, and when you don't have her on the field and when you don't have her at full capacity, it makes a big difference. But I am glad that Digger got her out on the field, you know,
yeah.
Let her have that chance in her last high school soccer game. So there you see Digger making some of those adjustments, pushed up one of the defenders up to the front line.
There's a look at Digger Hawkins in his first season as the head coach of the Gretna Dragons. Been around for a while, though. He's been director for the Gretna club soccer team for a long time, director of coaching.
Yeah, he's really built up a really strong club out in Gretna, and Gretna actually had Nebraska's first ever national championship last year.
Right.
A lot of good soccer players in this state.
Well, you see that even here on these rosters here, headed to Creighton and Hastings. And
yeah, you've got commitments to UMKC and Iowa State. And yeah, it says a lot about the level of play.
Still loose in there.
Uh-oh.
Digging with the shot. Johnson there.
So now that they've pushed up a defender from the back, now they've got to get the ball up there, up to that front line where they have the numbers, they have the players. This is the time to start playing a little bit more desperate.
Shoots out the right side, got a chance here. Looking for the centering pass, and now the throw in for Gretna.
Now the key is use your numbers up here. Keep the ball in this end of the field. Because once you let them out, you've got less numbers in the back to help you out.
Good job by Keegan to take that away and carry it up. Lindsey Johnson there again. 12 minutes to go. And it's still 2-zip Skyhawks.
That's a dangerous ball for Skutt. I like that. Why not play it in there? See what happens. They've only got 3 defenders. If something bounces the right way for you, you get a shot there.
Tipped away again. Every time it looks like they might be able to get something going, Skutt is just everywhere.
Yeah, you'd almost think Skutt had more players on the field, wouldn't you? They just do a really nice job. They get up, they get back, they attack together, they defend together. Here's where they need to attack with speed. They got to hold on to that ball.
Footwork there by Hawkins. Keep control.
There you go.
Send it outside. Now a chance here.
They've got a player in the box.
Tried to get the cross and couldn't get it.
Still there. She's still there. They got 2.
Now corner kick upcoming for Gretna. Had an opportunity. Just could not get the crossing pass in there.
You know, she was
right there.
Resilient trying to get this cross off. Yeah, I think she would like that pass back.
Yep.
She had a chance to split the defense there and just mishit it.
So we haven't seen many corners from Gretna. So here's Nicole Martindale. Corners it in. Better opportunity was there as Sally Stoltenberg was able to get a head on the ball, but could not direct it toward the net.
One of the differences, I think, getting down into the attacking third, they finally used their outside marking back. She got involved in the attack. She got up the field. Callie Hawkins was able to play it out to her. That's really where all of that started.
You saw Stoltenberg coming off there holding the nose. Got it through. Here's Sullivan, Annie Sullivan chasing it.
You can just see that she's not quite up to full speed.
Yep. Now the throw in from Annie.
You kind of would have loved to see how this game would have been different if she was at her full 100% capacity.
Oh, opportunity there. That was a good sit. Another one.
There it is.
Got it. Tip through. And the goal for the Dragons. We got a new game. Sarah Karloff, her 18th of the season.
You know, she did not give up on that play. That's what happened there. Maybe the original pass was intended for Sarah rather than the open player at the top of the box. The defender hesitated, gave up, didn't realize Sarah was running in behind her. Sarah Karloff gets a great touch on that ball and just finds that opposite side of the net.
Yeah, and you can see in the replay there that looked like Emily Barada.
Yeah, she looked like she may have twisted her knee a little bit. Sometimes when you're running one direction and then the ball gets hit going back the other way,
Yeah, check it, Jordan Walsh.
spins you around a little bit. Got to give Karloff a lot of credit on that one.
Take one more look and you'll see Karloff score the goal, but also watch Jordan Walsh's leg as she goes to try to kick it away, and you'll see just a blow right on that right knee. And Karloff's shot goes in. That's her 18th goal of the season, just a sophomore as Karloff.
Looked like the Skutt goalkeeper was a little bit stunned also that Karloff was there.
And you can see the pain there on the face of Jordan Walsh. That goal coming at the 70th minute.
Jordan's had a great
9:22.
game.
Yep.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, she has. The senior for Skutt. Called her name several times. And there is Karloff, whose sister Ellie plays at Washburn. Her brother Ben plays at Morningside. She will play, he says, at UMKC.
Yep. Well, and just like that, we'll see if Gretna gets some momentum going and can even this game up.
So new game now at 2-1. 9 minutes to go. And right back comes Skutt with an opportunity. Fired on goal. Off the post and in. Skutt answers the call off the post.
Wow, what a way to answer.
Lauren Mertz. Nice pass. Mertz sees the opening, off the post and in.
She had a great setup touch, which allowed her to get that far post shot. Got her hips around on the ball. Perfect placement.
12 seconds later.
What a response. I think Skutt is definitely saying we are not going anywhere.
Fires it up that right side again. Throw in coming up for the Skyhawks. What an answer, huh? It's exactly what you want if you're Skutt.
No kidding. That first minute right after a goal is scored is often very dangerous.
Yeah. Skyhawks have outshot the Dragons 18-5.
Wow. That's very similar to their quarterfinal and semifinal stats, where they've just been dominating, getting a lot more offensive action going.
I think I said 12 seconds. It was actually 15.
And here Skutt is again. They have really spent the majority of this game in their attacking half. That gets pretty wearing on the opposing team when they constantly are in their defensive half. Mentally, it's very trying.
Yep.
Physically, you're chasing constantly.
Sixth corner kick of the game upcoming for the Skyhawks to just one corner for the Dragons. That's really been about what we've seen here, just in terms of opportunities, pressure that they've put on Gretna. It's headed out of there. Shot back in, Johnson there.
You know, Skutt has just really done a lot of the little things the right way. They're finding players' feet. They're playing quick, but they're playing patient.
Hawkins on that.
Well, here we go. There's some chances.
Once again, it's Maddie McKeever clearing that out for Skutt. Foul called there.
You know, if you're going to kill a play, though, and stop the play and stop them from advancing, that's a great place to make a smart foul. Yeah, McKeever's been extremely solid back there on that back line. And she has spent a lot of time running up to those corners today.
So Skutt now under 5 minutes away from that school's 6th state championship, up 3-1. Johnson handles the corner. Let's go down on the field to Thor Tripp one more time.
Yeah, thanks, Larry. Appreciate it. We've got a little winning tradition going on, not just on the Skutt sideline within their team, but also in the coaching staff as well. Stacy Bartels, she was a 4-year player for Nebraska and was on the team in 2013 when the Huskers won the Big Ten championship, beating Iowa in that game. She's been an assistant coach here now for the Skyhawks, and Coach John Carlson said before the game that she's kind of had a winning influence over this team. They haven't won the state championship the past couple of years, something they were used to a little bit before that. So obviously Stacy's influence coming into fruition a little bit here with 4 minutes to play, guys.
Yep, thanks, Lort. Yeah, they had, there's a look at Stacy. They've had terrific tradition there at Skutt, winning the title in 4 of a 5-year stretch, that last coming in 2013, but It has been since 13, since they've won a title. Most schools would love to say that.
Absolutely. Well, you know, and it does make a big difference having a big-time player, someone who played at a very high level that's very competitive. Seeing that kind of player, being around that kind of a person on a regular basis, it does have an impact. These kids really get a mindset of winning and a focus on how that happens. Because those things don't, you know, winning a lot of games, winning championships doesn't just happen. There's a lot of hard work, a lot of little things that have to come into play. I'm sure Stacy Bartell spends a lot of time playing at practice with these players.
Yeah. That all rubs off.
It does. I know John Carlson is really proud of always selecting and having smart assistant coaches, very good assistant coaches.
Skutt won the title in 2009, 10, 11, and 13. Did not win it in 12, so 4 of 5 years they won it. 13 the last time they won a title, and now just 230 away from picking up the 2016 championship. They're on top. 3-1 here.
So maybe a couple of these seniors were on the team when they were freshmen and won it the last time. Chance to put another title on their name. There goes McKeever taking it to shot.
Off the post, then off the head, still alive and clear.
Wow.
Crossbar nearly dropped it straight down in.
What a shot. That one was well over 40 yards. And that was going in. Johnson makes a great save. Just the slightest touch prevented that. So that is not considered an intentional pass back. That's why Johnson was allowed to pick up that ball. The referee didn't call that as a pass back. If it's an inadvertent kick to the goalie, the referees will not call it.
21 shots on goal for Skutt to 5 for the Dragons, and it's really felt like that kind of one-sided affair since early on.
It has, yeah. From minute one, there's been no doubt who's been dominating this game.
You hear the Skyhawks crowd as the 1 minute mark is announced here at Morrison Stadium. 1 minute away from another Skutt state championship. And still applying the pressure.
You've got to give great credit to Skutt. I mean, there is no letdown. From the first to the last minute, they are still going. They deserve that standing ovation.
Dunker's going to give it one last swipe in there. The Skyhawks, they won it in 2009, 10, 11, 13, and now here it is, 2016, and the Skutt Skyhawks are your state champs. Congratulations to the Skyhawks. They win it, the final 3-1 here at Morrison Stadium in Omaha. When we come back, we'll have medal and trophy presentations from Omaha right here on NET Sports.
Participating in Nebraska high school activities has taught me about teamwork.
I've learned how to lead among my peers.
At my high school, I have set goals and I work hard to accomplish them.
I like to run on my cross country team. It makes me feel good about myself.
The Nebraska School Activities Association providing opportunities in 25 activities in our 303 high schools. NSAA activities, the other half of education.
Over the years, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association has supported many Nebraska athletes by helping them excel physically. But the mental game is just as important. That's why we're pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and as leaders. We're proud to team up with these exceptional individuals. Together we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
Head trauma and concussion risk minimization is a priority of the NSAA. When in doubt, sit them out.
Some common symptoms of concussions are dizziness, confusion, and nausea.
The NSAA requires coaches in all sports to take a concussion course annually.
For more information regarding concussion management and return to play protocol, visit our website, nsaahome.org. When in doubt, sit them out.
Your car has been with you a long time, through the months and years. Now it's time to let it go. Donate it. Support the programming you love.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. Presentations will be made by NSAA Board Director Nolan Byer from Millard Public School and U.S. Bank Representative Stacy Nelson. Here are the awards for the 2016 Class B runner-up Gretna High School. Will head coach Digger Hawkins and your assistants please step toward the middle of the court to present the silver medals to each team member. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 0, Lindsey Johnson. Number 1, Praise Bothwell. Number 2, Morgan Dapper. Number 3, Kelly Hawkins. Number 4, Jenna Zelani. Number 5, Brooks Brabin. Number 6, Sarah Karloff. Number 7, Claire Figge. Number 8, Grace Sullivan.
That's my sister! Yeah, Grace!
Number 9, Corinne Christensen.
Way to go, Corinne.
Number 10, Ashlyn Ware. Number 11, Annie Sullivan. Number 12, Laura Heath. Number 13, Nicole Martindale. Number 14, Emily Downey. Number 15, Laurel Reinecke. Number 16, Sally Stoltenberg. Number 17, Jaden Lindley. Number 18, Marissa Ellingson. Number 19, Morgan McLaughlin. Number 21, Abigail Furley. And number 22, Faith Ross. And now here's the NSAA 2016 Class B runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Gretna High School.
Congratulations, ladies. Well done.
A great season for the Gretna Dragons. They finished the year 17-2 and take home the runner-up trophy for 2016. But an outstanding run for Coach Digger Hawkins and his squad. It's a bright future for Gretna soccer as they continue to make strides here in Class B. Now with the champs, let's go back to our public address announcer for the introduction of the Skutt Skyhawks.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we direct your attention to the midfield for the presentation of the Sportsmanship Award for Class B. Thank you to all schools, students, fans, players, and coaches for their ongoing efforts in the area of sportsmanship at the state soccer championships and throughout the entire soccer season. The trophy being presented is provided by Awards Unlimited. The Nebraska National Guard is the proud partner of the Soccer Championship Sportsmanship Awards. Making the presentation on behalf of the Nebraska National Guard are Lieutenant Colonel Roel Prussia, Master Sergeant Cecil Roman, and Sergeant First Class Lindsay Pryksatt. The Nebraska State Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association, the Nebraska Coaches Association, and the Nebraska School Activities Association are pleased to announce this year's Class B Girls Soccer Sportsmanship Award winner, Omaha Gross Catholic High School. Congratulations. Now to the 2016 Class B champions. First, head coach John Carson, we have a special award for you. Coach, would you and your assistants please present the gold medals to the members of your championship team. Number 0, Abby Wendt. Number 00, Chloe Behrens. Number 1, Jacqueline Adams. Number 2, Maddie McKeever. Number 3, Jess Schlattman. Number 4, Emma Slattery. Number 5, Lizzie Nieneman. Number 6, Kaylin Keegan. Number 7, Mac Moody. Number 8, Sarah Dunker. Number 9, Helen Mertz. Number 10, Gabby Timmermeyer. Number 11, Clara Hassenstock. Number 12, Megan Swain. Number 14, Lauren Mertz. Number 15, Jamie Jackson. Number 16, Emily Barada. Number 17, Bryn Whitaker. Number 18, Danny Walsh. Number 19, Jordan Walsh. And number 21, Lizzie O'Brien. Presenting the team championship game ball from Farmers Mutual Insurance, Vice President of Agencies, Andy Kraus, to head coach, John Carlson. And now, for these outstanding athletes in their school, here is the 2016 NSAA Class B State Soccer Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Omaha Skutt Catholic High School.
So congratulations to the Skyhawks, the state champs of 2016 in Class B, 16 and 3, the final record for the Skyhawks. They win the state title here 3-1 in dominating fashion, 22 shots on goal to 5 for the Dragons. That school now wins its 6th state championship. Let's go down to the field to Thor. He's with Coach Digger.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Here with Coach Digger Hawkins of Gretna. Obviously, a second place finish this season, a fantastic year. What are your thoughts on the year that your girls put together?
We had a fantastic year. It's just, you know, our ultimate goal was obviously to win it. We come up short. It was disappointing because we didn't play as well as we could. But the girls, for the most part, worked their socks off. So
3 straight finals appearances, but this year, your girls at the end there, you take the second place trophy and you go and line up and shake the hands again of the state champion. What does that say about this program and this group of girls and the sportsmanship you guys have?
You know, hopefully, you know, anyone that plays us can if we lose, we'll shake your hands. If we win, we'll shake your hands. So, that's something. If we're here and we finish runners up, we'll do if we win it. So, but yeah, full credit to Skutt. They thoroughly deserved it today.
Great season for Gretna. Congratulations, Coach, on a job well done. Just 2 losses this year for the Dragons, both to Omaha. Skutt Catholic will have more from the Class B state championships here at Morrison Stadium coming up.
At a time of war in the heart of Nebraska, soldiers and citizens came together.
The whole area here was mobilized to support the base.
And now it's up to a new generation to preserve its story.
A lot of history is looking at the tiny details.
Kearney Goes to War, remembering the home front.
Coming soon to NET.
Hi, I'm Rachel Schwartz-Colwell. NET brings Nebraska together through coverage of high school and college athletics. Contributions from nearly 1,000 sports partners club members make possible more than 200 hours of sports throughout the year. Members receive invitations to special events like tailgates and live productions. You can join the Sports Partners Club at netnebraska.org. Sports partners like you put the action in NET sports. Thank you.
NET Sports brings you all the action from the NSAA Boys State High School Soccer Championships, Tuesday, May 17th, live from Creighton University in Omaha. Class B begins at 5 p.m. Central, with Class A starting at 7:30 p.m. Central on NET. A live webcast will be available at our website and on the NET Nebraska app.
Coverage of the 2016 High School Soccer Championships on NET is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, Nebraska Tourism Commission, Nebraska Public Power District, and by U.S. Bank. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We couldn't do it without your support.
And we're back here at Morrison Stadium with the winning head coach, John Carlson of the Omaha Skutt Catholic Skyhawks. Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Thoughts on what you saw out there on the pitch today?
I'm just very proud of this group. They fought through some adversity and they really took it the next step today. They played at a championship level and they deserve this.
When you look at the way you girls were able to do it, you get up 2-0, Gretna cuts it to 2-1, then 15 seconds later you answer. How big was that?
Sign of a great team. We did that against Mercy. They didn't put their shoulders down. The leadership on the field was outstanding, and to get that goal was special. Says a lot about that group.
For you guys as a program now, 5 state championships in the past 8 years. It's been a couple of years off for this team, but what's the status of this program now moving forward after another title?
Hey, it's exciting. It's exciting, and I'm just so happy for the players on the field, the players on the team. All 21 of them put their heart and soul into this, and it's special for them.
How about as a team? How do you celebrate?
Probably watch Marion and Miller North play.
There you go. Sign of a good team. Appreciate it, Coach. Congratulations on the win. Omaha Skutt, your Class B state champion. More again here at Morrison Stadium coming up.
Join us for an American tradition, the National Memorial Day Concert.
Join me, Joe Mantegna.
And me, Gary Sinise.
With Renee Fleming, Trace Atkins, S. Epatha Murkerson, Alfie Bowe, the Beach Boys, and General Colin Powell. The National Memorial Day Concert.
Coming soon to NET.
Unlock your newest member benefit. Over 1,000 episodes of your favorite PBS shows. American Masters, Antiques Roadshow, Nature, Nova, Masterpiece. Watch the best of PBS anytime, anywhere. Become a member, sign in, and start streaming today.
Think Wednesday on PBS. For stories from the world around us.
stories of recovery.
We do everything we can to give them a shot.
Vision.
Can I travel in time?
And exploration.
To think of the Milky Way being that big with that many stars, how is that even possible?
For stories that get you closer to life. Think Wednesday, starting at 8/7 Central. Think PBS.
And we're back here at Morrison Stadium with Class B state champion Omaha Skutt Skyhawks. Kaylin Keegan here, and you get a goal in this state championship game. What was that feeling like for you? What'd you see?
It was amazing. A lot of people doubted us in the season, and we had to show them, so I wanted to get the ball in the back of the net.
For you girls, earlier this year, you beat this Gretna team to put yourselves on really in the hunt for this state championship. Now you do it again here to prove it, I guess. How much does that mean to this team?
It's amazing because they thought that they were going to beat us, but we, deep down inside, we knew we were going to win.
How special was this group of girls for you guys to get back in the state championship hunt here?
It was amazing. They pushed me through, and they taught me that I had to work my hardest, and if I worked my hardest, then we'd win state, and we won state.
Congratulations, Kaylin. We appreciate your time. Let's bring in Bryn Whitaker here, also with a goal on the day today, the first one of the game. What did you see in that goal? Because obviously it got you guys the momentum early on.
Yeah, I think after the goal, we just really knew that we could do this, and we knew we could win, so we just picked up our level.
What do you think about the season as a whole, having to beat this Gretna team a couple of times? Does that take the fluke factor out of it and let you guys know that you really earned this title?
Yeah, playing them more than once and us winning 2 out of 3 games, I think really shows that we are better than them and that we deserve this win.
What was working for you girls out there? Because you really controlled possession throughout this match.
We were really close this season, and I think that really played a factor in our play on the field because we played so much together, and that really helped us.
Congratulations, Bryn. We appreciate the time. Go enjoy the state championship. We'll wrap up our coverage of the Class B title here at Morrison Stadium coming up here.
We are packing our bags at NET and heading to North Platte, Scottsbluff, Gering, Alliance, Chadron, and Valentine this June. Join NET for Friday live radio broadcasts in North Platte and Chadron, backyard farmer taping in Gering, screenings of our popular Nebraska Stories series in Scottsbluff, Chadron, and Valentine, and PBS Kids events scheduled in all 6 communities. For a list of events, dates, and time, visit netnebraska.org/ontheroad.
Hi, I'm Larry Putney. Sports fans tell us that NET brings Nebraska together through coverage of high school and college athletics. Contributions from nearly 1,000 Sports Partners Club members make possible more than 200 hours of sports throughout the year. Members receive invitations to special events like tailgates, sports speakers, and live productions. And you can join the Sports Partners Club by visiting netnebraska.org. Sports partners like you put the action in NET sports.
Next time on Backyard Farmer, we'll help you figure out some tricky landscape math problems, and we'll also feature a Nebraska business that grows commercial mushrooms. All that and your gardening questions answered. That's Backyard Farmer, Thursdays at 7 Central, 6 Mountain, only on NET.
Welcome back to Morrison Stadium in Omaha, Nebraska, the final of the Class B state championship. It was Skutt knocking off Gretna. 3-1 was the final, a game that was controlled really by the Skyhawks from the very start. 3-1 is the final. Skutt, your winner. Class B state champs in 2016. You see the teams on the field here at Morrison Stadium getting set for the Class A state championship. Omaha, Marion, Millard North will battle for that state title. That's coming up next on NET as the Mustangs and the Crusaders battle for a state championship. Should be a good one between these 2 Class A teams. And that will be when we come back on NET for
Marion McCrary, Thor Tripp, and the entire NET Sports production crew. I'm Larry Putney. We'll see you back here in just a few minutes for the Class A State Championship. Millard North and Marion coming up on NET.